Parents discover their daughter is a mass killer. Wow.
Babe, what'd they tell you? Nothing. Okay, she was life flighted here. Yeah.
This is Natalie and John Shirilla, the parents of
Hi,
Mackenzie
John.
Shirilla. Just hours earlier, they were informed their daughter was involved in a devastating car accident and that she was transported by helicopter to the nearest hospital. However,
Okay.
what they're about to hear from this officer would change the course of their and Mackenzie's life forever.
Okay. No. You want to sit down?
Okay, let's chill on the music, alright?
Progress in Alameda, car into a building. Two are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving. Who died?
Mackenzie's boyfriend, Dom Russo, as well as their friend Davion, were
Man, it would be
pronounced
her
dead
that
after
doesn't
the
die
crash,
too.
making Mackenzie the suspect of a potential double murder. However, police had their doubts. Most assumed that this was simply the result of a tragic accident on Mackenzie's behalf. But
Fair enough.
as the investigation would progress, dark and disturbing secrets would reveal this was clearly much more than just an accident.
Dom, if you do not open, you think I'm joking.
What do you mean?
You know that's exactly what I mean. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious problem.
Brother?
Around 1 a.m. on July 31st, 2022, Mackenzie, Dominic, and Davion were at a house party in their local town. They decided to let loose during this party and get extremely high on marijuana throughout the night, something Mackenzie had a regular tendency of
Not
doing.
the marriage
At
I
roughly
want.
2 a.m., Mackenzie approached the host of the party, Kelly, and asked if she wanted to take acid with her and Davion.
Okay.
This was a strange confrontation from Mackenzie
Okay.
since Kelly had never even heard her talk about acid, let alone use it. Kelly denied the offer, and Mackenzie, Dominic, and Davion left the party shortly after. Dominic then drove them to another friend's house where they just relaxed and watched South Park for the rest of the night. Everything was normal. It seemed like a regular night out for some college kids. And at precisely 5 a.m., the group left and went to drive back home. Here, Dominic's friend Davion asked if he could get a ride home, but Mackenzie insisted they were in a rush and couldn't. However, Dominic told Mackenzie to relax and let Davion hop in the back of the car, a decision that would forever seal their fate. The drive started out as normal, and both Dominic and Davion dozed in and out during the ride. However, suddenly, Mackenzie takes a different route, one that leads completely
But
opposite
why?
of Davion's house. One that, just a few days earlier, she spent hours circling around, and without any hesitation, she stepped on the gas. Going over 90 miles per hour, Mackenzie flew past street cameras, and just out of the camera's view was a large brick building, and Mackenzie was heading straight towards it.
Of course she would be the one that doesn't die, bro. Like,
Mackenzie
really?
miraculously survives the crash, barely, but still breathing. The others were killed instantly.
Damn.
The crash
Rest in peace, man.
known for
Oh
45
my...
minutes.
She
So a local
survived that?
Samaritan spotted the wreckage and called Strongsville police.
No
who quickly
shot.
Reported to the scene. This footage has been given exclusively to Dr. Insanity by Strongsville police. Viewer discretion is advised.
No one's breathing. Bust that window out.
Alright.
Who can hear my voice? Who's in here? Drivers. Oh shit, man. Hey. This is bad, guys. She's alive. We gotta get her out. Here, reach.
Alright.
Reach up and unlock this door.
Let me see your knife. Let's cut this thing out. There you go.
Sarge, we're good to try to get her out? Dude, I don't know if we can there. Let's see if we can get some IDs, guys.
24, go ahead.
Damn.
Younger. Oh, yeah, they're all pretty young. Jesus Christ. This is the worst I've ever seen.
I don't feel anything. I don't feel a pulse.
She's breathing. I saw her stomach. Her stomach's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We got 2 that are gone.
Yeah.
When police realized Mackenzie somehow survived this wreck, they got medics and firefighters on the scene immediately to try and keep her alive.
I mean, either she's drunk or high, or she just isn't from here, was going way too fast and didn't know where the road ended. It looks like
Isn't
there's an
from
old
here?
road up there.
Brother, she's going
Sorry.
like 125.
Hitting the building that hard.
Sorry,
Welcome
I was
back.
out pheasant hunting.
All the people that work up here, they're up
The
here
bush.
all night long. No one heard.
I was out eating carrots.
Yeah, well.
Because my name is Phil. How's it hanging?
Just watching a video.
Once they get her out, I'll go over
Yeah,
to
I've
this
seen
building,
some
'cause
of your
I think
videos.
there's a
Those
camera
are
in front of that building.
crazy.
I don't know if it's working, but I can always ask.
I think
As
you got to
authorities
do a
work-
video with that sage and everything, right?
God. Should I add her? I started wishing this video I can finish
To
it.
save Mackenzie, the man who initially called 911 to report the incident arrives on the scene to give his side of the story.
I was the one that called it in.
You called it in?
Yeah, I saw it. I was coming back from breakfast.
Okay.
And I pulled up to the corner there.
Okay.
And
We
saw it.
appreciate you giving us a call.
Yeah. Someone in it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So.
That's a bummer. I didn't want to get
That's a
stuck.
bummer.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Right. No, I appreciate you giving us a call. Absolutely appreciate it.
They must have, they fucking were hitting it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. Because I saw that front end
They definitely hit it hard.
destroyed.
Right.
All right, well, what a way to start your Sunday. I guess better than theirs, huh?
Right. I appreciate
This
the call,
guy.
sir. Thank you.
It's clear the driver
What,
was
he doesn't have to give a
recklessly
statement?
speeding before hitting the building, so police are quick to collect evidence and figure out the names of everyone in the car and what truly happened leading up to the crash.
Grab everything over here. We'll just take it back to the property room.
You want me to just take the whole bag?
Yeah, throw it all in there. Anything relevant?
So I can't believe she survived that, bro. That's
One's
wild.
Dead. Is there anything else over here? Rest in peace, buddy.
He's gonna go verify with the BMB image, but
Holy smokes.
Dominic, her boyfriend.
Okay.
Jesus, bro.
How old is Dominic Russo? 17?
17?
All right, guys, I'm turning off. I think that's it. I don't see anything else.
Yeah.
You? All right.
Inside the car, police identified all the suspects and found multiple bags of weed and other marijuana devices in Mackenzie's bag, as well as psilocybin mushrooms.
Okay.
Thankfully, Mackenzie survived after being transported by
do you mean,
helicopter to the
thankfully?
nearest hospital.
That
Her
bitch.
parents were called to inform them of the incident, and they rushed to the hospital.
Them and the other
Unfortunately
two that
for them,
survived.
all they knew was that Mackenzie was in an accident, and this officer is going to have to break everything to them.
Babe, what did they tell you? Nothing. Okay. She was life flighted here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Okay. No. You want to sit down?
Oh my God.
Wait, say this. Progress in Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving.
Who died?
I don't know whether, but there's one that we don't know. His name's Jacob. Does anyone know Jacob?
Dom?
No, stop. Let him talk.
Guys, I know, we've been dealing with this. Your daughter's okay.
Bro, imagine being the parents, man.
If I talk to
That's
her,
tough.
Okay, your daughter's alive, okay? Your daughter's alive. She was driving the vehicle, okay?
Who was that? Jacob and who?
I think, what's the name you said?
Dom?
Might be.
Oh my God.
Stop.
What's his relation to you?
My boyfriend.
Okay, yeah, then Dom was in the car.
Stop. What? Are you kidding me?
It's right now, it's ongoing investigation. Speed is definitely a factor. So are drugs.
Dom is dead? Dom is dead? Is that what you're saying to me? Look at me. Is Dom dead?
There's
Oh.
no way to say anything right now, man.
Yes.
This is a serious situation.
Dom with curly. I thought the same Dom. Maybe it's a different Dom. It could be a different Dom. Might be a different Dom.
What's that?
Did she know about their death?
Different dot.
I don't know. Well, we're gonna keep it that way for. Okay, she's getting worked on now. Okay. Call boss. Hey, so she's not gonna be up for a long time. She's in surgery. Oh God, help me! All right, I gotta talk with you one more time. Just gonna let you know where we stand as a police department, okay? Where we stand today, okay? Full transparency here. There's drugs in the car. She had a bag of mushrooms on her and a scale. Full transparency, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ripping the band-aid off, okay? Drugs in the car.
So she was awake but not awake, so she was like
In and out of consciousness. Should be fully extracted from the vehicle. IFD. I know she has a severe leg injury. But like I said, she was speaking, and she had her seatbelt on.
The fact that Mackenzie was wearing her seatbelt while her passengers Dominic and Davion were not raises questions about her intentions. This detail suggests potential premeditation, as she might have anticipated the crash and taken measures to protect herself.
Well, I mean,
Gaining
or she could
awareness
just
of
be
impending
wearing a
danger.
seatbelt. No?
Probably saved her life.
Is it not a common habit to wear a seatbelt?
I don't believe the others did.
When breaking
Well, I would
tragic
do it,
news
Jesus.
to the victims' families, police are trained to try and comfort the family as much as possible. While the Shirillas are clearly heartbroken, the officer did a good job of calmly explaining the situation and reassuring them that they know their daughter is alive and well. However, for the family of Dominic's, the task would be much more devastating, and they'll have to tell Dominic's father everything. Keep in mind, he currently doesn't even know his son was involved in an accident, let alone
Jesus, bro.
deceased.
Go ahead, take a seat. So,
You know what time it happened at?
no, we don't. Right now, what we do know 100% is somebody called it in, somebody passing by at around 6:15, 6:30.
Called in, what, the car was dispatched somewhere?
Yeah, so what it appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road. They went...
Right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. That business that's right at on Alameda, right where Progress ends, that's dead ends right there. They hit that building. They hit the sign out front, and then they hit the building.
Would they fall asleep at the wheel or something?
Don't know.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
So 2 kids are dead, my son's dead, another kid's dead,
Go
and
ahead.
the girl's in the hospital?
She's in surgery right now.
Oh my God, huh, Chris?
I mean, another family member or a friend or anybody that you might want us to call on your behalf?
No. This is a nightmare. If somebody called in at 6
He seems pretty like... I know people process grief differently, but he doesn't seem like
Yeah.
that.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe he's just in shock, I don't know.
This is horrible. She was in her car?
It was in Mackenzie's car, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is she gonna make it, or you guys don't know?
We right now we don't know. She's in surgery right now, so we don't know. So
Nightmare.
A few weeks after the incident, Mackenzie left the hospital and returned to her normal life. She thought everyone concluded the crash was the result of a brutal accident and nothing further. It
What?
was even reported Mackenzie and her mother had applied to a Los Angeles modeling agency and had fully moved past the incident. What's even more disturbing is, on the Halloween of 2022, Mackenzie went to her first party since the crash. And her Halloween costume? A detailed corpse with fake blood smeared across her mouth. Mackenzie's parents even approved of this morbid outfit and said Mackenzie, quote, deserved some fun after the crash. It almost felt like...
Okay, well, I mean, it's
Mackenzie was
Halloween, that's not
almost
that
trying to
weird.
let people know the crash had malicious intent, and she wanted to rub it into the world that she got away with her crimes. But little to her knowledge, detectives were working around the clock to figure out what really happened the night of the crash, and they would find far more than they could have ever expected. But before that, I want to give you guys a solution to some of the crimes in my videos. A way to prevent yourself from getting into dangerous
Okay,
situations. And so the link in the description.
I bought 30.
You know how there was like tire tracks before it, like on that side grass? So that's the sign.
That's when it hits the sign.
And then that's where she curved exactly right on.
Gotcha.
Missed those 2 rocks and went right into the sign, the side of it. But I'm just confused on how the back of the sign was messed up, but she went right into that wall.
Right.
No, so you can see like the hard braking was right at the wall, and then her high speed
was after the hard braking.
was
Right.
yeah. 90 miles per hour.
So it said it's a recording. Does that play?
So
I mean, what does it mean? Or just
how it works,
screenshots?
It's just
a tracker.
Yeah, it's like my
Okay.
parents have me in a circle so they can see where I go, and it just follows you wherever
Right.
you go.
And Davion had us in it.
Yeah,
You can send the screenshots right to the email, and I'll get them all to the detective.
So I spoke to friends that were at the party. I wasn't personally there. I thought that they might have been on psychedelics. Kenzie was the driver, and they said that she took a nap. But if you know psychedelics, that's like a 8-hour to 12-hour, like,
you cannot sleep.
Yeah, you cannot sleep.
You can see the exact time they left the house. I don't know.
That's fine.
I mean, you can fall asleep before them, but it's not gonna be a fun
In
time.
addition to this information, the car's black box
So I hear.
reported the gas pedal was pressed down to its fullest extent while driving towards the building. Another one of Dominic's friends was connected to Life 360 and had a very clear opinion of what he thought this evidence could be interpreted as.
To me, right here, if you looked at the tracks, and you guys probably have pictures of them, it looks like the person in the front seat tried to turn the wheel because of the fact they were going to go straight into a wall. And it doesn't say she heart broke once. It was 90 miles per hour down that whole road. And I also think because of Kenzie's and Dominic's history that they were fighting, I think Davion went on his phone to distract himself from the fighting. Although they were on drugs, they can also still be fighting with being on drugs.
It could have just been like a careless mistake. Like, I don't think Kenzie, even if she was like had road rage or she was arguing, I don't think her intention was to kill two people no matter what.
However, while this evidence is useful and certainly adds suspicion, it doesn't fully reveal Mackenzie's intentions leading up to the crash. Detectives are still uncertain whether or not this was truly an accident or if something much worse was in play. This is when police conduct a series of interviews with Dominic and Mackenzie's closest friends and family to see what their opinions are and if they have any additional evidence to help the case. And they would find much more than they had anticipated.
You understand, you're not under arrest.
Yeah.
You walk out anytime you want. We have approximately 10 questions that we wanted to ask you. And so, how long were you guys in a relationship, you and her?
Well, we were all friends in a friend group at first. I ended up dating her for a little bit, like probably over the summer. I was only dating her for probably like a month and a half or like 2 months. And then me and Dom found out that she was cheating on us basically, but it wasn't like anything official, so it wasn't no hard feelings like with whatever happened. I just kind of was like, after me and Dom found out about that, we didn't have no problems with each other and nothing, but they were on and off, and I kept on talking to her still while they were on and off because we were all still in the friend group and stuff. So, and then
right.
just like stopped being intimate, you know what I'm saying? And we're just friends.
So, describe the relationship. What was she like as your girlfriend?
Like, I didn't really have much with her relationship wise because we didn't date that long, but like friend wise, like she was crazy. Like
She's like mentally just not all there? I mean,
yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like, I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash, and she failed on doing so.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. She has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her. She had like grabbed a piece of his hair, and that she had a doll in her room for Dom, and that she had literally put a spell on him, is what she would tell everyone.
Yo?
She believed in that kind of stuff, and she also uses
I beg your pardon?
to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom.
Do you think Mackenzie had it in her to drive a car into a wall? I mean, if you guys speculate that she did it on purpose, do you think she has it in her?
I feel like if she thinks that she can just drive the car into the wall and not feel nothing, you know, like I feel like the only reason she survived is because of how small she is. Like, I feel like she got insanely lucky, but at the same time not lucky to have survived that because it's like she killed 2 people if that was what she was trying to do. But it's like I feel like that's what she was trying to do, was crash the car into the wall.
Next, police interview Angelo Russo, the older brother to Dominic. Angelo was one of the closest people to Dom and would give everything police need to know about Dominic and Mackenzie's relationship.
You mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she'd kind of go crazy. Describe crazy, like what kind of crazy?
Like, there is times where she called Dom and said, if you break up with me, I'm going to kill myself.
word for word.
What do you think happened?
Okay, but that doesn't mean she's gonna. But why would she kill him? No.
Off my assumptions, Dom tried to break up with her multiple times, even in July. They kept not like working out, whatever. They kept making back up. Kenzie's known to be the kind of person that she's let us know she will never let go of Dom, and if she has to let go of Dom, she will not go on living herself. She's pretty much let that be known. You're going 90
Yeah, but she doesn't have to kill him. Why kill him? I guess she was just gonna kill herself too anyway, so
there's no break
might
on the
as
street at all. Even before the hit, you would think that some type of instinct would kick in, you'd slam on the brakes. But to my knowledge, she went straight into it. To me, it seems like they were in a fight. I think that she took it upon herself to purposely crash into that wall. I think that he must have been trying to talk her down the whole time. They swerved off to the right at the end. I think he might have grabbed the wheel towards the end of it, maybe trying to spin him or something. Who knows? She could have been bear hugging it. I don't know. They're hitting bumps too. They're going 90. He could have not, like, I don't know what's going through his head, you know?
As more friends and family speak to police, there's a picture building of a toxic relationship that could have ended several times over if it wasn't for Mackenzie's
fuck this
threatening
bitch.
behavior. Mackenzie's actions after the crash were also of concern to police. On August 6th, only a week after the incident, police find themselves back at her doorstep after reports of a disturbance where Mackenzie's father makes a shocking confession.
Sarge, I want to ask you first about August 6th. If you recall, that's the day you guys were dispatched to Mackenzie Shirilla's room. Can you tell me about that day?
So we were dispatched up to the room for a disturbance. Once we arrived up on the room, she was upset with her dad. We asked the dad to step out and we're trying to calm him down, and he's like, you guys probably know who I am. At one point in the conversation, he's like, I feel like my daughter needs a psych evaluation. And he's like, because she's not, thinking clearly and word for word what he said. I don't recall every word that he said. He was pretty hysterical. He was pretty upset. She was upset with her dad because, she wanted the lady to go to the funerals.
Mackenzie got mad because she couldn't go to Dominic's funeral, even though she's made a shrine dedicated to Dominic, posts constantly on his Facebook memorial page, and wears his clothing. Her dad refuses to let her go. Regardless,
That's
with so much evidence
suspicious.
against her, police come to the conclusion that this crash had to have been
So give her a
deliberate.
psych evaluation. What?
Mackenzie is about to find herself in handcuffs and on her way
Womp womp.
to the local jail.
Where's she? I'm back there, pal.
Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2, okay? Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it.
Recording. Mounted. Wi-Fi connected.
Damn right by that black mat.
What's your first name?
Hmm.
Okay, Mackenzie, I'm gonna take your handcuffs off. I need all the jewelry and everything from up, okay? I can't wait.
Womp fucking womp.
I need you to take it off while you're in jail right now.
When her parents find out she's been arrested, they head straight for the station and immediately confront and fight with the officers.
But I need to speak to my daughter because you guys aren't allowed to speak to her at all. That's from the lawyer. How you guys did this on the weekend is just
Sure.
all you do is go.
Assuming she's a minor.
We would have brought her right down here with no problem. Unbelievable. I mean, he's 18. So the warrant was issued today.
Oh, well, then they can talk to her without them, no?
You had your creeper out in front of my yard watching.
What?
She can't take any. She's an adult. She can't take any phone calls right now. Okay. Well, I still need to speak to my daughter so she understands whatever. Not to say anything to you guys. If he had to roll out the whole mass to pick up an 18-year-old girl who can hardly walk out of a hospital visit. It's just beyond me. So we follow the law. That's what we're doing today. Am I going to be allowed to have a 2-minute conversation with her? You cannot talk to her about these. Why doesn't she get a
Well,
phone
she has
call?
legal
If you arrested her, why
representatives.
don't she get a phone call?
She was just brought in. They're going to process her. As soon as they get the time for her to make a phone call, she will be able to make a phone call.
She's a lawyer. She does have a lawyer.
She is 18 years old and she could speak that.
Yeah, but she's a dumb 18-year-old that just turned 18.
Well-
And these guys should take advantage of her. She's not allowed to speak to you guys. I'm
Whoa,
telling
whoa.
you that
Her
from her
attorney.
lawyer.
Whoa, whoa.
Don't ask her any questions. She's not allowed to speak.
Her parents don't want Mackenzie to talk and demand a lawyer is present.
Bro,
Mackenzie
why are they so
is going to
concerned with
need
her
that lawyer, as
not
she's going to have
talking
to face the consequences of her
if
actions
she
in a
killed
court of
somebody?
law.
Like, what?
She's tried as an adult
Bruh?
and decides not to be tried by jury, leaving her fate to a judge. Despite the defense's claims that
To a
she
ju-
lost consciousness,
Oh, the judge
evidence
is gonna
against her
cook her,
proves
what?
This claim was a lie, and the prosecution believes she crashed the car as an easy way out of the relationship. The judge agreed, and on August 14th,
Yeah, clapper.
2023, Mackenzie's fate was finally sealed.
This is the type of evidence you can never unsee. You can never forget the visual or audio of this exhibit. It's chilling and tragic. As you review that exhibit, you know that you are watching the oncoming deaths of two people, and there is nothing that will stop it. Exhibit 802 crystallizes the deadly decision-making of the defendant. She morphs from a responsible driver to literal hell on wheels as she makes her way down the street.
Yeah, cry,
In the chill of
bitch.
death, Mackenzie alone decided to push the pedal to the floor and demand the ultimate speed of that vehicle to 90 to 100 miles per hour. Mackenzie decided death was the ultimate goal that day, and she alone made that decision for Dominic and Davion, and she continues to
Yeah, like, it's one thing to kill yourself, but, like,
in the early morning
brother,
hours of July 31st,
you're killing two other people, man.
was to kill
Like, what?
Dominic Russo and Davion Flandin. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
On August 14th, Mackenzie was found guilty on 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of
4.
felonious assault, 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, 1 count
Jesus.
of drug possession, and 1 count of possessing criminal
Stacking.
tools. She's
Criminal
facing
tools.
15 years to life and is currently being held in the Ohio Reformatory for
No
women.
shot minimum
Her
is
first opportunity
15
for parole
years.
will come in October of 2037.
Bro. If she gets 15 years, then this justice system is cooked, man. Oh, interesting.